as Chelsea gear up for a busy summer transfer window. From fending off interest from Saudi Arabia in Moises Caicedo to monitoring Mike Maignan, the Blues are making headline left, right and central. Let's break down all the latest Chelsea transfer right now and right here. Another day, another blockbuster transfer room, and this time it involved one of Chelsea's most expensive and influential signing in recent years, Moises Caicedo. The £150 million midfield is reportedly on the radar of Saudi Pro League giant Nassr. But before you start imagining him in a gold kit next to Cristiano, let's break down what is really going on. Caicedo have shown glimpses of why Chelsea went all in. His relentless energy, tactical awareness, progressive passing has made him a crucial part of the rebuild in West London. And now, according to transfer insider Ben Jacobs, the Saudi club is preparing a major push for Caicedo, backed by immense financial power and desire to attract young top-tier talent. Nassr is no stranger to headline-grabbing transfer. Let's not forget the already lured Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane and John Duran. Bringing in a 22-year-old Premier League midfielder is in his prime would be a massive statement. Chelsea are reportedly having none of it. Sources says that the Blues value Caicedo significantly higher than the £150 million they paid for him. They believe his importance to the squad and the potential he still has to unlock, which makes him near unsellable, at least for now. This isn't about resisting big offer. Chelsea stance on Caicedo ties directly with their long-term vision, Enzo Maresca. Maresca, a Pep Guardiola disciple, likes to prioritize midfield control. Think of Rodri at Man City and you start to see why Caicedo's role is so pivotal. He's not just a ball winner. He's the guy who links the press, recycles possession and protects the backline. Lose him and the whole structure would wobble. But let's not dismiss Nassr in that. They are not chasing Caicedo for fun. The Saudi Pro League is rapidly evolving and there is a push to bring in players before they hit their late 30s. Caicedo fits the bill. Young, elite, experienced in a top league. Signing him will evaluate the league competitive edge and global appeal. Whether they can match Chelsea valuation or tempt Caicedo with a life-changing offer remains to be seen. But this isn't a fantasy move, it's a calculated effort. That alone says a lot about how highly Caicedo is viewed across the world. Now about the player himself. Caicedo hasn't reportedly expressed any desire to leave Chelsea. In fact, he's settling into his life in London and seems eager to take more responsibility. While the midfield appear to be locked in, with players like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, there's a position that is quietly raising alarm bell at Stamford Bridge, the goalkeeper. The latest report suggests that Chelsea are seriously monitoring Europe elite shortstopper Mike Maignan. According to multiple sources, both Chelsea and Manchester United are keeping close tabs on the French situation at AC Milan. Mike Maignan feature at San Siro has reportedly become uncertain, with talks over contract staling. Milan's project facing serious questions heading into the summer. Let's be real, Chelsea current goalkeeping auction haven't exactly inspired confidence. While Robert Sanchez started the season as a first choice, but hasn't quite nailed down the spot, especially with his inconsistent form and multiple errors. Maignan is not just a great goalkeeper, he's a modern one, comfortable with the ball at his feet, quick off the line, and vocal in organizing defense. Under Enzo Maresca, who likes to build from the back, having a goalkeeper who can initiate attack and maintain composure under pressure becomes crucial. His numbers last season in Serie A were phenomenal, one of the best save percentage in Europe, excellent distribution accuracy, and leadership in a martial backline. Exactly what Chelsea has been missing since the days of Peter Cech and Pig Thibaut Courtois. Now, could Maignan leave AC Milan? That's $1 million question. He's under contract until 2026, but if talks break down, Milan fails to secure Champions League, the door swings wide open. Next up, let's talk about a player who has flown a bit under the radar under Enzo Maresca and is currently making wave in Italian Serie A, Gabri Veiga. The 20-year-old Portuguese defender, currently on loan at Juventus, has become a subject of tense standoff between the two European giants. Chelsea wants $50 million to let him go permanently. Juve, they are not so sure. Veiga has quietly impressed in Serie A this season. Whether operating as a left-sided centre-back in a back three or filling in at left back, his versatility, physicality, tactical maturity has stood out. He's tall, composed under pressure, and has the kind of passing range modern managers crave. But now Chelsea are at a crossroads. On one hand, they see Renato Veiga as a valuable asset. A 50 million price tag will tell you everything you need to know. They believe in his ceiling, but on the other hand, the squad is bloated. A big money sale for a loanee could help ease the financial pressure under the FFP regulation. Juventus, meanwhile, are playing it smart. They have seen Renato Veiga potential up close. I would love to keep him, but they are not ready to shell out 50 million yet. Instead, they are reportedly pushing for an extension of loan, giving them more time to evaluate and negotiate a better deal. So what does the future hold for Renato Veiga? If Chelsea decides to bring him back, he could serve as a rotational option, especially if they trim these defensive ranks this summer. But if an offer close to the evaluation comes in, either Juventus or another suitor, the Blues may be tempted to let him go. But one thing is sure, his performance in Serie A has put him on the map. And that's whether it's in London, Turin, or somewhere else. He looks set for a big step in his career. Let's turn our attention to João Félix, the Kweku the Traveller. According to records in Portugal, Benfica are actively working to bring back Félix to Estádio de Luz this summer, just in time for the Club World Cup campaign. And from the player's side, there's a real interest. Félix is reportedly open, even eager to return to his boyhood club and reignite his career in a familiar surrounding. But here is where it gets complicated. Being discussed is a loan, not a permanent transfer. And that means someone has to foot the bill for João Félix's significant wages. Reports suggest that Blues could play a part in facilitating the move by covering a portion of his salary. But that hinges on how much they are willing to contribute. Some long-awaited good news for Chelsea. Romeo Lavia is back to training. The Belgian midfielder returned to full training after what has been a frustrating injury-riddled season. Lavia's return couldn't come at a better time. As the league entered its final scratch, Chelsea are in need of fresh legs and added depth in midfield. According to journalist Bobby Vincent, Lavia is nearing a full match fitness and is expected to rejoin the first team soon. And let's not forget what Lavia offers. At 20 years old, he's combined with composure beyond his years. With incredible ball-winning instinct, he's agile, press resistant, and can operate as either a holding midfielder or in a more dynamic box-to-box role. This is a player Chelsea fought hard to sign, shelled out around £58 million for, and while France hasn't seen the best of him due to injuries, the upside remains massive. Imagine a midfield of Moises Caicedo, Fernandes, and Lavia, rotating roles, pressing high and transitioning quickly. The midfield can dominate possession and recover ball quickly, and it gives Chelsea a real flexibility in matches. But after such a long spell out, Lavia won't be thrown into a high-pressure situation. Expect Moresca and the medical staff to ease him in, perhaps substitute appearances or a gradual increase in minutes over the coming weeks. Rounding things off, we'll be talking about Dean Huijsen, a name that's quietly building serious traction around Cuba. The 20-year-old Spanish centre-back, currently making waves in the Premier League, is reportedly high on Chelsea radar. Standing at a 6'4" with a calm presence on the ball, Huijsen blends old-school physicality with modern-day elegance. He's confident in possession, plays progressive pass from the deep, reads the game exceptionally well for someone his age. According to sources close to the club, Huijsen is an ideal fit for Enzo Moresca's system. The Chelsea boss is looking for defenders who can do more than just defend. They need to initiate attack, step into midfield, and maintain compactness in a high defensive line. Moresca's system heavily relying on ball-playing defenders. Huijsen fits that mold better than most players his age, able to play in back three or a transitional back four, which gives Chelsea plenty of options. With growing interest across Europe, Chelsea may need to act fast if they want to secure his signature before the price starts to rise. That's the video here. I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.